today. From SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They will be led out by a second-round pick in 2019. Out of Missouri, it's Drew Lock.
And I think that everyone is looking forward to seeing Drew Lock take the next step in the quarterback evolutionary process. Decision-making is something that he's working on improving because he's got plenty of arm and makes excellent off-platform throws. What he's seeking now? To be consistent in all of his processes.
And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Now a handoff here to his running back. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Well, this defense for the Rams, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Lock gonna go on fourth down, being chased out left. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
You gotta be kidding me.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, so we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago, 19 carries, 95 yards, and a score.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football, give it to him early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on. That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Akers. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position. Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On the give, this is Akers. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions. And his kick is indeed good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Tate to return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue. I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw it is Locke. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 43. One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the back. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again? And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5.
Well, their first sack of the game, and it doesn't come from a usual suspect, not somebody up front, but Charles, a defensive back getting in there.
And I can tell you from experience, he's beyond excited to make that play because you're exactly right. Is it normal to call his number to run at the quarterback like that? Usually you're defending the pass, but he takes full advantage and dumps him to the turf. An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. 20! Touchdown, Seahawks! DK Metcalf. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. L.A. set to take over again on offense.
That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down now, but that clock rolling. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. They'll look to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Porter. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 32-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Again, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. The 40. The 20. 10. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. Big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Rams going to take over late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. They'll come out throwing here on first down.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw here. He finds his man complete. That's Porter. And he's taken down inside the red zone past the Seattle 15. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. We'll get started over at the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Chiefs. Justin Herbert, 2 touchdown passes thus far. Finally, let's get to the desert to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And that game all tied up as they do battle with the visiting Raiders. In the game you're watching, it's been Drew Lock with a strong first half. His guys have a 2-touchdown lead as we hand it back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Here's second and a yard. A give, running right is Akers.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
40 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
When teams have a tough time running the ball, as this one has throughout this game, it's so easy to just say, forget it, let's throw the football. But that's exactly why you stay with the running game. Eventually, you stick with it, you make some adjustments, you often find ways to run the ball better as the game goes on.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw again.
They'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They'll run on first down with Akers.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are able to get back within a touchdown.
That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak and right now looking good in this one as well. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Off of play action. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. But they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. So a definite surprise there. They try to fake punt, but this time it's going to blow up in their face, CD.
Yeah, it certainly has. And look, I understand what they're trying to do. They're trailing right now, probably trying to generate some momentum. But that felt like one of those go-for-broke type of a plays in a situation where I don't know that they needed to do that. They still have opportunities, and in this case, they took a chance, and it backfired.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
And his kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. DK Metcalf for the Seattle offense about set to take over once again.
And these highlights here showcasing the solid game he's had.
Well, someone woke up and felt good about themselves there, didn't they? I have to feel that he came into this one with the idea that, yeah, I can do this. Whether it's preparation, reading the film, whatever it was, it's paying off in a big way as we watch this one unfold.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, over 100 yards already. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball, and he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So all eyes on this Rams offense. Down by 7, and time, a huge factor. They need a touchdown to the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Porter. Clock continuing to roll as the Rams try to get going again. Back to throw. And it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Locke. Throw left side complete. That's Hodges. Touchdown! A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it all culminates with a Seattle score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
So now it's the Rams' turn. Trailing in this one now. A little over 80 ticks to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. First down now, but that clock rolling. Looking to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. They'll look to throw now on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down. Out of the gun now on third down. He finds his man. Complete. That's Porter. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra. Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone. And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So 15 ticks remaining as they line up for the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Seahawks. And it would appear they're on their way to victory now. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over. They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day. Locke, he's set to take a knee, and that should do it for this ball game. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it? It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one. So for the Seahawks, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.